Hey everyone, you are listening to the Desire Talks podcast. This is the podcast where we get sex workers from around the globe to come on, talk about various subjects, obviously within the industry, give you some insider information, tell you a little bit about themselves that you would not know about otherwise. I am your host, Ethan Bradbury, aka MrBritainX, and today's special guest is Andy Lee. Let's get him on. Kind of jumped the gun here, so I'm actually just going to backstep because you've dove into content. I just want you to introduce yourself a little bit, say like where you're from, what made you want to get into OnlyFans, kind of thing.
So, my name's Andrew. I go by Andy. I'm from Ireland, Dublin. I lived in Australia for a while, and then I moved to
I didn't
the
even know about that.
Yeah, I lived in Australia for 4 years. Back in 2008, I think 2010, I moved to the UK. And when I moved here, I didn't have any friends or anything like that. I went to the gym and I met a South African guy in the gym called Bailey. And one day, Bailey, I was in the change room, flashed my dick around like, yeah. And Bailey was like, he said, so I need to tell you something. He said, I wanked off on camera for this website called English Lads. He said, they pay you some money to wank your dick. And I was like, I'll fucking do that. And he said, I'll introduce you. So he introduced me to Nick at English Lads, and I went and done a wank video for them. And they offered me to come back a few times, and then that's where I spiraled. I went to Men at Play and Hard Brit Lads and all these places.
So that was back in 2010, did you say?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Bloody hell, so you've been doing this quite a while. So you
top
wank. So did you get on OnlyFans when OnlyFans started then, or did you?
No. So in 2015, I was on and off doing videos for different websites for a long time. I dabbled in doing like pushing the boundary of the gay stuff down to doing some straight porn, and then doing some male spanking type stuff. And I had a Twitter back then as well, but before OnlyFans. Some guy saw me address on Twitter and started giving me a bit of grief. And so I decided then to come away from everything. Like I deleted my old Twitter and I stopped making movies and I stopped doing everything like that. Then last year, it wasn't last year, it was nearly year and a half ago. Just when COVID hit, my plumbing company went under. So I had a plumbing and heating company. It went under. We just couldn't keep up with.
That was before COVID.
Yeah, just at the start of COVID.
Okay, so you were still self-employed doing other things then?
Yeah, and actually I had a job. True story. I had a job at this time. I set up OnlyFans. I had a job with the local council. I was the gas manager.
Yeah.
About 6 months into it, they found out about OnlyFans, and they forced me to resign. So they weren't happy about it.
Yeah, typical. You get
it suits me. Like, it suits me. At the time, I was upset because that was the job I wanted and stuff. But now it gives me a chance to focus on my OnlyFans and do what I like. And I realize I love doing this. So
yeah, I completely sympathize with you there. Similar thing happened to me. I had a business, started doing OnlyFans as a bit of a just in case. And found out I really, really enjoy this. And it's gone from there. And obviously you've been doing it, you've dabbled in it for quite a few years beforehand. That's probably, do you think that's where your fan base come from? It's like, I remember that guy. Or did you?
Possibly, yeah, definitely. I'm sure that's where it all started from. But that's what gave me the sort of experience and the sort of ideas of what I wanted to do, because I've tried so many different things, and I realized I'm comfortable doing that type of stuff, and I know where my sexuality is, and I know where I'm comfortable at, and I know when I become Andy Lee on camera, I'm comfortable in myself,
Yeah.
So okay. I try to keep everything natural on camber,
For those who are listening to this or watching this and they don't know, me and you have worked together. We filmed together. I ran an event and Andy came to it. That's where I met Andy. And literally, Andy, you're just like one of the most chilled people going, which is one of the points I made. You're like the most chilled, hardworking person ever. Like you're constantly on the go, but it just doesn't come across that it's hard work for you. Like every time I phone you, like, oh, I'm driving up here, or I'm on the way to here, or I've got a collab here, or you're constantly going to film something, and
Yeah.
it just seems to fit into your life without stressing you out.
Yeah, I do get stressed out, but I'm a very easygoing person anyways. But I know what I want, and I know where when I'm filming, I know what I want to do, and I know how I want it to look and stuff like that. So I know if I put the effort in, it will show at the end, you know. And it seems to work. So
Well, 100%. But as well, like on your recordings, we spoke about this. If something goes wrong in a recording, you're like, fuck it, leave it in. The fans will love it.
definitely.
So you're simplifying it for yourself. Yeah, you're like, no, it's genuine, and people love genuine. And that goes on to my next point. I mean, what would people expect if they go onto your OnlyFans?
So what I try to do is I try to keep, obviously I keep everything real. Now me particular with porn, I like real porn. Like huge fan of the check stuff, you know, where they go up and offer people money on the street and they and get. I love that stuff, and that's sort of where I came from. But then I love the Geordie Shore type stuff, you know, like the club scene where they're out and they're just fucking everybody out, and in reality. So I love that image where you're filming people doing what they do in reality, because people do this filthy shit in reality, but they never talk about it and never record it. And that's sort of what I try and play off on.
Yeah, I think it really works.